Hello there, boys. Thanks for stopping by. This is Dasby, otherwise known as FM Totality on YouTube and Twitter. You're here to join me today for an update on where we are with the Heathens. Loads of people really getting on board with the save on Twitter and on the blog. Absolutely fantastic. Getting some great views, hundreds of views on the blog. Absolutely amazed and just stunned by the way that people got behind this idea of a historical save, because it's been done before. And I'm sort of building on that and hopefully adding my particular spin on it. But here we are anyway. That's enough of that. We are here for a little update on where we're up to. I don't want to play any games in this one. I'm literally going to make it, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, just taking you through where the Heathens are now from when I took over them in the start of the 2017-18 season, of course, of the current game. We are now in January 2020, and what I'm going to do is just basically sort of nip down some of these. Just going to skip a few. We're not going to bother in medical centre or anything like that, are we? And just use this as a guide, a little bit of a structure, just to come down and see where we're up to with the save. But basically, you can see straight away we've got named players and faced players. We've got the new gens are gone. We've got one or two, but basically we've got proper players now. We've got a full recent history to the club now that we never had before, which I'm really pleased with. I built this history and I'm going to produce a new blog soon. Write a new blog. It's written actually. It's just ready to come out about the alternate history, the fictional history of the Heathens. Might be in 2 parts because it's already 4,000 words, and that will fill that in about the last 130 years about what the Heathens have been doing. And the latest ones are going to have, of course, the arrival of Totality and what that's done to the team. But yeah, so we've changed. We've started to have new records. We've got this recent history, and things are just looking good, really. So we're a lot more different when we started. I think the best place to start is this. Well, first of all, check this squad out. I think we've got every single player in Manchester. Ignore the green ones. The green ones are trialists. You might, some people, the way they play FM might be looking at this and going, no, fucking why would I do that? But it's how you play the game, and this is how I play the game. I've been like this in life. If I like something, I'm into it. I buy hundreds of them, or if I collect something, I get it, and that's just the way I like it. And then the same with players. I like to offer what I'd call real world trials. So all these green here, most of them are absolutely shit. You've got 1 or 2 gems, got Kyle, John there, people like that, maybe not. But they're all on a 2-week trial, these guys, because we're in the January window and I want to get them. They're all youngsters, mostly on freeze. We'll come back to that in a second. But first, I just want to go to the comparison charts for the league. Because right at the start of the save, I did comparison charts. And I wanted to show you where we've come now, if you like. Don't forget we've gone up a league as well, so the standards have gone up a tiny bit in terms of the scores from the previous league. So we've generally gone up a couple of points. So, for example, balancing League 2, the league average was something like 8.9, something like that. But let's just what I've done, I've lined up on my broadcasting software. I've lined up the previous ones right from the start back at the save. So we are in physical here, you can see. If you're not used to this screen, guys, you might play it differently, you might not have seen this. This gives you the league average. So the league average there is, we're above average. What's the league average? It's that line, isn't it? 10.14 lowest. Doesn't say what the actual average is there, what that line is there in the middle. But anyway, so that tells you whether you're above or low. That's the highest average. It's good if you get them, of course. So that's where we are. So let's go back to physical. It might not be physical. It might be on technicals. There we go. So this is the physical as we started. But we're going to skip back now. So that was, of course, 26th of June 2017. But we're going to come back to the cam again now. And there you go. So you can see we've improved on some of them. Our fitness, of course, is much better. I was getting loads of injuries at the start. Let's go back again. So we are now 12.28, one of the highest in the league. And yeah, let's go to the start save again. you can see for the strength at the end. Look at the strength at the end. At the start of the league there, we was absolutely shocking. Start of the save, sorry. But now we are much better there. We are now just above average, 11.10. So you get the idea. Stamina has definitely improved. Stamina, there was nothing before. So pace, we are still goddamn slow. I've just not been able to get any pacey players in. So there we are. Obviously, whenever my face is on it, of course, that's obviously the real one, the current one. So let's go to the next one. The next one, let's go for mentals now. Okay, so that's at the start of the league, of course. I'll just get it up here. Oh, you'll like this. You'll like this. It's like a big reveal. Are you ready? This is the difference. So have a good look at that. This is the difference. Check it out. Check it out for mentals, because of course that's what you want, innit? You want your mentals and your techs. Well, you want them all up, don't you? But your mentals are really important, of course. Look at that determination. This is the result of a dad and lad tutoring policy, guys, because you get your youth in, you can only improve determination by tutoring him, and that is what I have targeted. So we just run and run. Look at this, 14.03, the highest in the league. Look how far we are above the average. Absolutely outrageous. So chuffed with that. Okay, so let's have a look now at the next one, which is, of course, technicals. Yeah. So technicals, as you see, we were piss all at the start of it. Look at that, absolutely shocking. We were the lowest average for everything because we were predicted to come 24th and get relegated. Just check this out. Check this out. Look at that. We're still low. We're still there for technical. We're not at the top for anything really. But if you look at marking, we're very good at marking. But and we've got 9 for heading. That's pretty good, and tackling, because I have to say, actually, guys, this is because I've only just focused on getting some good defenders. I've not that I haven't been getting good defenders, but I've just got a high-profile signing now, Nathan Smith from Port Vale. It cost me a fortune, 300,000 quid over, which I think he would have gone into my record transfer actually. 350,000 quid, but it's over 3 years, I think. So I only played 60,000 at the time. So but his marking and heading and tackling it are really high, so that's just sent us up there. But I'm not complaining. So we're still a bit low. So they, for the future, that's what we're looking at. What improve our technicals. We've got a lot of young lads though, so this is it. They're coming on. They're kicking on. So right, okay. I'll just skip back to it again. You can see we had not much point in looking at it really, but you get the idea. Right, let's crack on then. So staff now. Now, unfortunately, I've not got an early comparison from when I started. I forgot to do it. But if you look at the difference, we've got the eyes for everything. We've just got the eyes for everything because I've just kept reviewing the staff constantly. And I've spent all my money on getting new staff. Every time I feel as though I can get away with anything off the board, I ask again. So when I sort of won the league last year, I made about 8 requests. And they gave me loads of staff. Still got a lot of work to do with our recruitment team. I mean, not probably about all this, are you? All this, look at this. What's this one? This is judging player data. Nah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean actually. Oh, sorry, I tell a lie actually. I've read that wrong, haven't I? So yeah, we have got the highest for judging. So that's good. Medical staff have got the highest there for physio. Not got a sports scientist. So yeah, that's looking good. Training. So let's see how that's affected the training. So as you can see, we've got look at this one I've just got in. Look at this reprobate here. Found him hanging around the back of the bins. So give him a job. I'm a United fan, what can I say? It was tough. It was a tough decision. I wouldn't have took a City player. Yes, I have a massive rivalry with Liverpool, being a Red, but being a Manchester Red. But mine is much more City because I have a few people I know who are City fans. It just winds you up by doing so well. So I'm much more against City than Liverpool. But there you go. We'll forget the fact that he played for Liverpool. We'll ignore that conveniently. So yeah, we're getting there. Oh, very heavy. Look at this. I've not adjusted any of this since I got Robbie Fowler. He's coming automatically. And the guy that I sacked was covering about 3 places there. So obviously we need to do a lot of work. We might even have to go and ask for another coach there, because I don't know why it's happened like that. The only thing I can think of is that when I brought Fowler in, I also brought this guy in as well, and I also brought this guy in. I'm thinking that what might have happened there is it's put on auto. So I will come back and we will get that down to light or average. Definitely, we'll do that. Here we are in the competition. I'll show you where we are, guys. In the competition, we are in our 3rd season now. We're expected to finish 22nd, I think. It's showing the club screen. 20th media prediction. So we are 12th. We're punching above our weight as usual, and it's all because of what we said with the with those getting those youngsters in. We broke some records. Our reputation's gone up a little bit by half a star. Not much else has happened. We've still got our favoured personalities, quite nice now. That's started to be filled up with our current history and new players. We've still got our old legends in, our old icons in. Wilfred Feeney and Patrick Feeney. I've just made a signing because he's got the name Feeney. Because Wilfred Feeney in real life was my great uncle who died in the First World War, and his brother was Patrick Feeney. They're from both in Ballymena, so the Ballymena Bullets. But I've just got a young lad called Feeney on a free, and he's shit, but I just got to get him because I'm going to feed it into the history. So he's going to be the great grandson of Wilfred Feeney. So I quite like that. So finances, let's have a look. Well, it's been up and down like a bloody don't know what on it, because you know we got promoted too early, and my idea was that I was going to wait a season, and the season, my promotion season, what I thought was going to be my 3rd season, I was going to be very careful with the cash because I would have already built my players. I would have been basically where I am now, and I would have just smashed the season, and I would have gone into the next year with money in the bank, but I wasn't expecting to win the league, so that left me a bit knackered. So they only give us 40 grand at the end of the year. But you know, we're not doing too bad. We've only got 5,000 transfer budget left. I've not been using it. Look at the wage. I'm only spending 32,000. I would say half of that is on the youth in the squad. So so you can see. Let's have a look. I'm going to click the potential. It's the best way to view it, innit? All these last year had really massive stars, but you know, you go up a league and that's it, innit? So yeah, now some of these have been on youth intake, but this is the value of the system that I follow. This trial system, but I'll show you what I mean here. So like I said before, all the greens here, if I put them in age order, that's the easiest way to look at it. All the greens are trialists. So what I do is I get them in on a trial like this. It's a pain in the ass clicking accept and all that, but once you've done it, you can get you can find some gems. Now I've got about 40 there, and I bet 37 of them end up leaving the club. And I don't always go off the stars as well. Sometimes you can find some gems, you know, that don't always show here until they've had some better scouting and stuff like that. Right, sorry, there might have been a little bit of a jump cut there because I just thought it was better if I changed the view, and I couldn't find the view. I started to mess about with it, I couldn't find it, but I found it now. So the system I use is I use all green for, I've just recently changed this, all green for anybody above 13, which I think is good for this league, and then we've got ascending greys to white for anybody who's for the attributes leading up to that. So if you look at Scott Wilson, for example, who came in using this scouting system that I've got, this trial system, sorry, he's been tutored, he's now professional, and he's got 19 determination. He came in with about 8 determination. So you can see what's happened. This is the dad and lad system, the tutoring system. And he was only on 2, and the rest were black stars. So they've started to fill up now. Yeah, so let's just have a look at a couple of players that I've got using this system. I have had a decent youth intake. Yeah, he's a perfect example. So he's away on loan at the moment. He's had his he's not had tutoring actually, because I couldn't find anybody who could tutor him. So I banged him straight out on loan. He's got 15 leadership, which is pretty good. His determination is going to need some work. But I've not got was it an MC? Oh, he's a winger, yeah. I've not got anybody. I've only got Kevin Ellison, and he's already tutoring somebody. So so hopefully I'll get him on something when he comes back. But you can see, you know, he's 40 grand, and this guy was just on a free. Next on Sam Dalby, well, of course, these are loanees, so skip them. Got that Kyle John. Jonathan Williams, okay, so this is another one. Jonathan Williams, he's only 7.5 grand at the moment. He's only 16. I've only had him a short while, but he's being tutored at the moment, so you can see his determination is on the way up there. He must be being tutored by Let's have a look. There, Dan Newton, there you go. So Dan Newton's got 14 determination, so that's why that's coming up. Runs with ball off, which I quite like. He's not got many others. Now he's unbalanced. Now, like I say, you need higher personalities, you need better personalities, like professional, ideally, model professional, stuff like that. But I'm finding actually that the balance does work sometimes. I had one player go up 8 determination when he just had balanced. So he's unambitious, Jonathan Williams. That's the only thing, but he's still making progress. So that's the main thing. Yeah. So that's my little system. So you can see. So it doesn't look this bad. I mean, let's just face it. If you take off things like on loan or trial and not at club, then and take off those, then it's much more normal. That's where we're up to. So this is our player base. These, look at the old dudes. All the old dudes are knackered now. They're on the way. They're on the way out, aren't they? But they've still got some good range in them for tutoring. So that's basically it. Let's have a quick look at our under 23s. Under 23s, this is without all the guff removed. You see, with all the guff removed, you can see they're not too bad. We've got a few that maybe we need to review and get rid of, down towards the lower end, you know. Under 18s again, let's get rid of them. So on under 18s, not a club, on loan or trial, and also unavailable. I'll put them on because the injured ones. So so there you go. I've also used this naming system. You can see he's under 18 Ryan Cassidy there. I also name him things like, I might call him AMC, Youth AMC, and that is, there's a blog post about that. So if you're interested in that, this acronym system, you can have a look at that. So I think that's it really. You can see we're an up and coming club. We're on the way up. We might literally be on the way up if we win the next few games. We'll have to see. We've got 20 games to go. So there's hope, yeah. So that's a little review of where the club is. Please read the blogs. So far, we've had introduction blogs, we've had blogs as I've achieved various things, and then we've also had one-off blogs about the acronym system. All of those are on fmtotality.com, so have a look at them. And the love for it is fantastic. We're really getting there. Now, I've got one more thing that I've saved. I hope you didn't click off then. We've got one more thing that I've saved for the end. We've got a schedule. Check this out. One of our aims is to beat Manchester City. We've not beat City. But let's just go back. Look at this. Manchester City under 23s. Hey! 2 City. 1, 2, 1. Just in case you didn't see that, Manchester City. 2, 1. We beat Manchester City under 23s at home against with 9,000 fans. Oh, it's absolute class. I mean, it wasn't that. It wasn't the fact that we beat them. It was the players they had in the team as well. Because, check this out. Fernandinho and Silva. There we go. Look at his little pissed off face. He's got hair in it. There we go. So for us to beat them was just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And not only that, look at that, we dominated it. It's nearly all green, that, isn't it? Most of it. Right, so on that note, that has almost a little footstep onto one of the goals. I'm going to see you there. If you like it, please leave a like. If you don't like it, please subscribe. Thank you very much.